Amber Heard's life has once again taken a dramatic and heartwarming turn, capturing the public's attention not for controversy, but for a personal milestone that has redefined her image. She is now a proud mother of 3. The Hollywood actress, who previously made headlines for her high-profile legal battles and polarizing public persona, has surprised the world by welcoming twins. The revelation of the birth of her twins, coupled with her existing role as a mother to her daughter Una Page, signals a profound transformation in Heard's life, one rooted in motherhood, renewal, and a desire for peace away from the relentless spotlight. Amber's journey to motherhood has always been unconventional. In 2021, she stunned the public by announcing that she had quietly welcomed her first child, a daughter named Una Page Heard, via surrogate. At the time, Amber shared that she wanted to become a mother on her own terms. The decision was deeply personal and reflective of a woman choosing autonomy in an arena where celebrities, particularly women, are often scrutinized for their personal choices. Despite the tumultuous media attention surrounding her legal feud with ex-husband Johnny Depp, Amber seemed determined to carve out a semblance of normalcy for her and her daughter. The birth of Una was kept private until Amber was ready, which underscores how protective she has always been of her role as a mother. Fast forward to the present, and the world has once again been taken by surprise. In an emotional social media post, Amber revealed that she has welcomed twins, 1 boy and 1 girl, through surrogacy. She shared a serene photo featuring her holding the 2 infants, their tiny hands curled around her fingers, as she looked down at them with a tender maternal smile. The photo, minimal in design yet rich in emotion, conveyed more than words ever could. Amber captioned the image with heartfelt gratitude, writing about the joy of expanding her family and her commitment to raising her children with love, integrity, and freedom. The birth of the twins reportedly took place in early spring, but Amber waited until she felt emotionally prepared to share the news. Sources close to the actress describe her as being blissfully overwhelmed and entirely focused on her family. Friends have shared that she has embraced motherhood with a newfound vigor, and the twins' arrival has brought her a sense of completeness she never imagined possible. With 3 young children now in her care, Amber has opted to lead a quieter life, spending much of her time at her home outside the U.S., where she can enjoy privacy and raise her children away from the glare of paparazzi lenses. Amber's decision to become a mother of 3, especially through surrogacy, also raises broader questions about how society views non-traditional paths to motherhood. She has been vocal about her belief that women shouldn't have to conform to societal expectations or wait for the right partner to have children. This narrative, though met with criticism by some, has resonated deeply with many women who see Amber as a symbol of independence and determination. In her own words, she has expressed that her children were not accidents or afterthoughts. They were planned, wanted, and are deeply loved. This new chapter in her life also serves as a subtle but powerful rebranding. Amber Heard, once known mainly for her roles in films like Aquaman and her bitter courtroom drama, is now presenting herself to the world through a different lens, one of nurturing, softness, and inner strength. Her fans have applauded this change, with many taking to social media to send their congratulations and words of encouragement. Even some of her critics have softened their stance, seeing in her a woman who is attempting to move forward, to redefine herself not through scandal, but through motherhood. Amber's life with her 3 children is reportedly centered around love, stability, and a rejection of toxic narratives. She has adopted a more holistic lifestyle, involving natural parenting philosophies, wellness routines, and a devotion to creating a warm and intellectually stimulating environment for her children. She has been seen frequenting local markets, engaging in community activities, and even participating in mother-child wellness groups, albeit discreetly. Her approach to motherhood seems deeply intentional, rooted in values rather than image. There is also speculation about how this development may influence her career. While some believed Amber would retreat permanently from Hollywood, insiders suggest that she's carefully plotting a comeback, but one on her terms. The birth of her twins is unlikely to halt her career ambitions. Rather, it could reposition her as a multifaceted woman, a single mother of 3 who has weathered life's storms and emerged with a deeper, richer understanding of herself. In interviews before the birth of her twins, Amber alluded to the fact that she wasn't finished. with acting or activism. She still has a passion for storytelling and remains committed to the causes she holds dear, including women's rights, freedom of speech, and refugee advocacy. Amber has always been polarizing, a figure who seems to exist in stark contrasts. But motherhood appears to have softened the edges of her public persona. Her devotion to her children is evident in the way she speaks about them, in the privacy she maintains around them, and in the choices she makes to ensure their well-being. She reportedly reads to them every night, is hands-on in their care despite having help, and insists on being present for all their milestones. What stands out in Amber's story is her courage. Becoming a single mother to one child is challenging enough. Doing so again, this time with twins, is a testament to her resilience. While critics might point to privilege, the financial ability to afford surrogacy, nannies, and security, the emotional and psychological toll of parenting is universal. Amber has never claimed to be perfect, but she does seem to be striving to do right by her children, which in itself is a powerful redemption arc. In the midst of these joyous developments, there's also curiosity about the identity of the twins' biological father, or whether they share the same biological parentage as her first daughter. Amber has not disclosed these details, and likely never will, citing the importance of protecting her children's privacy. Her stance is firm. Her children did not choose public life, and she will do everything in her power to shield them from its consequences. This boundary, clearly defined and respectfully maintained, adds another layer of maturity and intentionality to Amber's parenting approach. As she settles into life with 3 young children, Amber is also navigating what it means to be a role model. Whether she asked for it or not, her journey is being closely watched. Her ability to reclaim her narrative, not through defiance but through quiet strength, offers an alternative model of female empowerment. It's not just about winning battles in court or commanding the screen, it's about nurturing a life, building a family, and living with purpose. Amber's journey is far from over. If anything, this new chapter marks a beginning, one filled with bedtime stories, tiny footsteps, sleepless nights, and unconditional love. It is a chapter less glamorous but infinitely more meaningful. She may no longer be the wild, unpredictable starlet whose name was constantly trending, but in her eyes, that's a good thing. What she has now, a sense of peace, a home filled with love, and 3 children who call her mom, is more valuable than any headline. In the grand narrative of Hollywood, where so many stars fade or falter under the weight of fame, scrutiny, and personal battles, Amber Heard is quietly scripting a story of profound rebirth. It's not the kind of flashy reinvention that dominates tabloids or awards show stages, but rather a deeply personal transformation that speaks volumes through its silence and simplicity. Amber, who was once relentlessly pursued by the media due to her turbulent legal disputes and polarizing public image, has now begun to shift the focus, not through publicity stunts or rebranding campaigns, but through the quiet, unglamorous, and emotionally rich journey of motherhood. Her rebirth is not a straightforward path devoid of setbacks or lingering complications. On the contrary, it is laced with complexities, those carried from a public past marred by courtrooms, accusations, and the kind of global attention no one would willingly choose. These complications still ripple through her life, casting shadows that she must continually navigate. However, what makes Amber's transformation compelling is that it isn't driven by a need for vindication or external validation. It is grounded in something more intimate and immutable: her love for her children and the kind of life she is determined to build around them. Becoming a mother to one child already signified a radical change in her priorities, but welcoming twins has deepened that shift exponentially. The chaos of raising 3 small children, each with their own rhythms, needs, and personalities, requires a different kind of strength than any courtroom battle or red carpet performance. It demands patience, consistency, emotional availability, and the ability to show up every day with an open heart, even when exhausted or overwhelmed. This isn't the strength of a celebrity, it's the strength of a mother. And in choosing this path, Amber has discovered a new dimension of herself, one that seems more authentic and grounded than any she's previously revealed to the world. This rebirth is also spiritual in nature. In interviews and conversations with those close to her, Amber has described motherhood as a kind of awakening. She has spoken about the way her children have shifted her understanding of purpose, how their presence has helped her find peace after years of turmoil. There is something inherently healing about caring for someone else so completely, about having your days shaped not by public opinion or media frenzy, but by the small and sacred rituals of daily life: feeding, cuddling, reading bedtime stories, listening to baby coos or toddler giggles. These moments, while seemingly mundane, are the fabric of a life well lived, and they are where Amber now finds her center. Her decision to retreat from the chaos of Hollywood and seek refuge in a quieter environment speaks volumes about her priorities. She has traded fame for fulfillment, notoriety for nurturing. She still acts, still believes in her craft, but the urgency to prove herself to the industry or the world has ebbed. She no longer defines herself by box office numbers or public's perception. Instead, she defines herself by the 3 little lives she is shaping, by the home she is building with love and intention, and by the emotional legacy she hopes to leave behind. As she evolves into this new version of herself, Amber is also redefining what it means to be a public figure in the modern era. She is no longer trying to win over everyone or control the narrative. Rather, she is allowing her actions, her quiet commitment to her children, and her refusal to exploit their existence for fame, to speak on her behalf. In doing so, she is offering a counter-narrative to the often superficial world of celebrity. She is saying, in essence, that redemption doesn't have to come through public approval. It can come through personal healing, through showing up for your children every single day, and through finding joy in the simplest aspects of life. Amber. Heard's transformation from embattled celebrity to grounded mother of 3 is not just a shift in circumstance. It is a shift in essence. It is the story of a woman who, after facing intense public condemnation and personal heartbreak, chose not to surrender to bitterness or remain frozen in a singular narrative. Instead, she chose to move forward, to embrace the vulnerability and strength that motherhood demands, and to quietly construct a new life founded on love, resilience, and hope. And in doing so, she may have finally found not only peace, but a deeper, more enduring sense of purpose. One that no scandal, headline, or judgment can take away.